Climate change is surrounded by myths, misconceptions, and misinformation. You can't talk about climate change without hearing all the ignorant things that people spew out of their mouth. It can be disheartening. And our job here on Planet Bonehead is not really to stop them from doing that, because we can't. And most people are simply parroting what they hear and what makes them feel better about a seemingly hopeless situation. Believing in the myths feels better than facing the facts. But if we let this continue, we're doing a disservice to everybody. So in this video, we're going to tackle some of the biggest myths about climate change and arm you with the truth. Let's start with a big one. Myth number 1. Scientists are divided on whether climate change is real. This simply is not true. The fact is, more than 99% of climate scientists agree that human activity is causing climate change. This is one of the most studied topics in scientific history. The consensus is overwhelming, backed by decades of research and evidence. NASA climate scientist Kate Marvel puts it this way: "We are more sure that greenhouse gases are causing climate change than we are that smoking causes cancer." Think about that. This might be a debate at the local level and hopefully not in your school board meetings, but this is not up for debate in the scientific community. It's a fact. Myth 2. A few degrees of warming are insignificant. Climate scientists have warned us that the Earth's global average temperature has already risen by about 1.2 degrees Celsius. And if that number reaches 1.5 degrees Celsius, there will be severe consequences. 2 degrees Celsius could be catastrophic. Really? Really? How bad can 1 or 2 degrees be? I mean, if I told you, hey, it's 0 degrees Celsius outside, or 32 Fahrenheit, you'd know that's cold. You need a jacket. If I then say, hey, wait a minute, I was wrong. It's actually 1.2 degrees Celsius outside. You'd be like, okay, whatever. Still need that jacket. I mean, yeah, technically that's warmer, but is it? It's still pretty darn cold outside. This is a good example of how people can get confused with weather and climate, because scientists aren't warning us that it's gonna be 1.2 degrees warmer where you live on Tuesday. They're saying that the average global temperature for the entire planet is going up. It's hard for us to understand, but just a slight increase in global temperature disrupts ecosystems, weather patterns, and sea levels. That 1.2 degrees Celsius of warming that we've experienced has already intensified hurricanes, heat waves, and droughts around the world. Imagine what happens if we reach 1.5 or 2 degrees. It might sound small, but in a system as interconnected as our planet, it's monumental. Myth number 3. It's too late to act on climate change. This one can be tough to hear because it sounds so final. The truth is, while time is limited, it's absolutely not too late. Scientists emphasize that every action that we take to reduce emissions makes a difference. Renewable energy, conservation, carbon capture, all of these are solutions we have today. And by the way, this is why I started Planet Bonehead in the first place. There are so many people, green tech leaders, climate scientists, who have already developed countless ways we could use to solve climate change today. This platform came to be because I realized from talking with these people that green tech is saving the world and nobody knows about it. And why is that? Because messages of hope and success don't sell as many subscriptions or get as many video clicks as messages of doom and gloom. The ominous stories about climate change are sexy. They sell. They capture attention. And I can prove it. Remember years ago, all that talk about the hole in the ozone layer? We're all gonna die of cancer and whatever. So much terror and confusion and hopelessness, and then all of a sudden, we don't talk about that anymore. You know why? Because scientists figured out how to fix it, and countries all over the world worked together to phase out the chemicals that they used to use in aerosol cans. We all stopped pumping that stuff into the air, and the hole closed up all by itself. Done. But that's not sexy. No newspaper site gets clicks with the headline, "We fixed it. Have a nice day." So part of the problem is us, people. We're attracted to the drama, and it's why these myths and lies persist. People understand what it means when they hear, "We're running out of time. It's already too late to stop climate change. The storms will only get worse and there's nothing we can do." And the only way they can counter it without curling up in a ball in the corner of a dark room is to believe lies that make them feel better. This isn't real. Scientists don't even agree. 2 degrees? Big deal. It's a hoax. Look, a snowball. So much for global warming. People understand the doom and gloom sound bites. They're sexy and consumable, unlike the answers they hear from scientists. Without immediate reductions in greenhouse gas concentrations, enhanced infrared absorption within critical atmospheric spectral bands will perpetuate elevated radiative forcing, amplifying thermal disequilibrium and accelerating climate system destabilization. Thank you. It's a hoax.